Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you've never joined me before, my name is Tina, aka Too Tall Tina, and it has been so long since I've been able to do a video, and I'm really excited because I went big this time. I was like, you know what, they haven't seen me for like a month because I've been super busy, and I'll tell you about that later. So I'm gonna make a huge house and put in as much really crazy details as possible. So we are in the world of Windenburg, which is the world that came with Get Together, on the Rustic Residence lot, which is a 30 by 20 lot. Now, normally I don't really like doing these sideways lots like this where it's like wider than it is long, because I feel like you can't do like a proper back garden, but I feel like it really works with this style of home, and you'll see in just a few minutes when we start to go into decorating the outside that this is going to be a Tudor. So it's got like the really lovely like stone and like the stucco with the wood, and I love this wallpaper. I was very upset that this does not come with base game because it's probably one of my favorite wallpapers. I just love like the look of it. It's super cottagey. I love it. I love it so much. But so this is going to be a family home. It ends up being 4 bedrooms and 3 baths. This is huge for me. You know, I haven't done too many videos, but even when I'm building by myself, I'm not normally a huge family home person. I like building like little 1 bedrooms or little studio bedrooms, just because that's how I would live my life. But I love this. I love all of the stuff that came with this pack. I think it's so gorgeous. And I'm really excited about the family that I mentally created for this house, because I think the storyline is super cute. And I had some struggles with some of the windows and stuff and getting everything to work, but I think it looked really good in the end. I'm very happy with how the outside of this house turned out. But so while we're putting in windows and such, let me tell you why I've been away for so long. I made a terrible mistake. The worst mistake. I took 3 6-week classes in the summer all at the same time. Summer A was the most stressful thing in my life. I've done 3 classes before, absolutely. I've done 6-week classes before, no problem. Those are super fun because you get them, you're in and out and graded and on with your life, one step closer to your degree. But I have never taken 3 6-week classes during a pandemic with civil unrest while working full-time. I was so stressed out. Oh my god. So building was just not something that I could do for those couple of weeks. But I think it's fine because now I'm back with a vengeance, and it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have a super fun time until the fall semester starts. And I really enjoyed the landscaping here. I wanted to keep it very cottagey feeling, not too polished, kind of a little overgrown. But I know some of the other simmers have complained about this lot a little bit because it's just slightly annoying that the lot doesn't quite meet up with the edge of the road. So if you do a path up to your house, it sort of ends. There's the natural world grass separates the road from where your lot begins. So if you try to do a path all the way out, it'll just stop. There's grass. So I tried to make it look like it gradually ended, like they didn't do cobblestones all the way to the road. I hope that makes sense. I hope while you're looking at it right now, oh yeah, I can totally see what she's talking about. I don't know. If you can't, it's fine. I had a lot of struggles with this floor plan though. I wanted it to be really not necessarily open. I still wanted to add in a lot of the traditional Tudor touches. So there's a lot of wood and a lot of beams and archways. And while looking at the house, I was like, oh, I still have so much side yard left. So I decided to add a little shed, which they eventually use as a painter studio, because would this be a Too Tall Tina build if I didn't also include a painter studio? No. So like I said, this is a family home, so I try to include some kid stuff, but I don't have a ton of kid packs. So I think the monkey bars here, they come in base game, so it's really kind of the only thing that I had, other than like, the huge play sets that are like pirate ships and stuff. But with that, we are already onto the interior. Yay! But you can see what I mean here, where I'm like starting to add columns and the beams, but I made like a teeny tiny mistake in my recording where I would make sure to hit pause if I get up to do something, because I'm so bad about just leaving open spaces, because I'll just get up and walk away from my computer for a little bit. But then I came back and I kept working on those archways and I forgot to unpause. But you saw me do the first one. I'm sure you understand the process. This kitchen gave me so much struggle. Normally, I love kitchens. Kitchens are like the place where the personality of the house really comes together. But this one, I struggled so much. And it's because I really wanted to keep like the very traditional Tudor style, like inside of the home as well, like tons of the wood paneling and things like that. And then I'll explain when we get to the family why. But for some reason, I couldn't find like cabinets that I felt looked really awesome with all of the wood paneling. But I really love these Parenthood cabinets. They look so nice. I love the little glass windows, and I like all of the stuff that's on the shelves when you use that really large upper cabinet. But since we are in the interior, let me tell you about this family, because I'm very excited about the family that I created. It's so ridiculous. So there's a woman who lives in this house. She is a single woman, and she's a painter, and she's super eclectic, but she loves traditional homes. So she had bought this Tudor, and she doesn't want to change the interior too much because she loves all of the wood. Who wouldn't love all of the wood? It's gorgeous. But at the same time, she's super kooky, so a lot of the decor that's inside the home is really bright and colorful and crazy. I don't know what it is about The Sims. I'm super afraid of color in real life. Like, I would never paint a wall a crazy color. But in The Sims, I'm like, what? Hot pink walls? Let's do it! So you'll see a lot of this in this build. But so this woman is a single woman. Something very tragic happened to, I don't know, her sister, her brother, I don't know, I didn't get that far. However, she has adopted her nieces and nephews. So there is a teenage niece and then two younger siblings, a niece and a nephew. And I'll get into their personalities when we go upstairs, but even though she was this single woman living her life, painting and being a crazy kooky aunt, she's leaned heavily into the idea of being their caretaker and their parent. Like, just, the chore charts and activities and providing them with the best environments so that they can succeed. She loves being their parent. And I don't know why, I really felt like this was the story here. Yeah, I love clutter. I'm really bad about this, where I will just go into debug and I'll just start pulling out everything that I can find that I think is super cool. And I don't even know if I use all of it. It just, like, if I'm going through debug and I see something that I want, I don't want to have to go back through debug again to try to find it. And I'm really terrible about the whole pausing and unpausing thing, so you guys won't just watch me scrolling through menus forever. But so I pull out a million things, and sometimes I use them all and sometimes I don't, but I just want to make sure I know where it is when I want it. But I love that I got Parenthood, because then it came with that little bread box. The little bread box is so cute. And cookies and books everywhere. I don't know. By the end of this, I really enjoyed this kitchen a lot, and you see all of this stuff here, and it changes a million times. I think I finished the entire rest of the house, and then I changed the wallpaper of the kitchen again, because that's who I am as a person. I know that we have discussed this before. For those of you who have never been with me before, I never have a plan. Never. Not once in my life have I had a plan. I'm trying to be better about it because I want to make sure that I can provide videos that are really awesome to watch and not just me trying out 80 million things because I can't make up my mind about stuff. But it just doesn't work out that way. No plans. Zero plans whatsoever. But as you can see, we are now into the living room, and you guys are gonna kill me for this. I didn't put a TV in the living room. But so there are TVs in the home. There's just not one in this living room. And it's really just because I sort of saw it as a place where the family all got together and they read together and listened to music, because I do place the electric keyboard from City Living in here, and do arts and crafts on the really big coffee table and just do things together as a family. So this is more of a family room, but upstairs there will be a room that has a TV and a video game console, and that's sort of where the kids hang out, because I don't know, I pictured the aunt to be, I don't know, not a huge TV person. She likes to read and she likes to paint, and that's probably about it. She probably has a job. I didn't figure out the job. But that's all fine. And I struggled with finding paintings in here because I wanted really fun paintings, but I also didn't want to clutter it up too much. But here you can see I'm putting out some toys, and there's the electric keyboard. The oldest niece is the one who is the musician, so that kind of leans into her thing. And I'll go more into her when we're doing her room, because her room turned out so cute. And now we're in the dining room. Yay! This dining room turned out super cute too, though. So in Debug, they make the little place settings, and they come in all kinds of amazing colors. So it's got the mat that goes on the table, and the plate, and the forks, and the spoons, and all that nonsense. But when you place them down, they immediately revert back to one color. So maybe I'll use them in my next build, and I'll do something where a red and white checker would look really cute, but not in this dining room. It just didn't work. And I kept struggling to get those plants to sit just outside of the walls, and they kept peeking through. It's so annoying. So now we are in the aunt's bedroom, and I tried out a million different things. At first I had carpet in here. I don't know why. I personally hate carpet so much. I have tons of pets, and there's always pet hair everywhere, and I feel carpet just holds odor so bad. So, hate carpet. Totally do. So I changed it to wood, but I like the way that this turned out because I think it's really fun and really bright, especially once I changed the wallpaper. It turns out very cute in here, and I think it really speaks to her personality, just a very light and loving sort of room. But I wanted to keep very older touches inside the house, so I went with this really nice tile in the bathroom, and both the bathrooms, or all the bathrooms and the kitchen, have that flooring from Jungle Adventure that's just so pretty, and I think it really works in the Tudor style. And of course a clawfoot tub, because what would an older home be without a clawfoot tub? I mean, come on, so cute. But I'm really also glad that I got Parenthood. I know I just said this. Parenthood has some great stuff in it. That little cabinet that I put on the ground. Oh my gosh. Adorable. Because it's already got folded towels and stuff in it. It's so cute. It fits into bathrooms perfectly. I love it. But I did struggle with finding a good curtain to go in here. I don't know why. It's such a weird shaped window to begin with. So especially when you want to find something that's bright and colorful to go with everything else, just curtains were not happening for me. And I must have tried out a million rugs, but I was better with editing it so you didn't see me try out 8 bazillion rugs. But yeah, super fun. Yeah, but I also just purchased the movie night, what is it called? Movie Hangout. Movie Hangout as a stuff pack is so cool because it has all of the boho stuff, and it's really bright, super colorful, amazing, and it speaks to who I am as a decorator. for The Sims, like that's the kind of stuff that I want to decorate with, is crazy colors and patterns all over the place. Like, maybe, should I do like a minimalist build where I just use like neutral tones? Oh god, I think it would kill me. It would hurt me so much to be so bland. But, so we are now starting on the bedrooms upstairs. First bedroom we decorate is the one nephew, the one boy. And I sort of pictured him to be a little bit older of a child. It's so awful that we don't have like those middle stages of childhood in The Sims 4. Because I kind of picture him like kind of a preteen, really athletic, kind of like that all-American boy. You know the one I'm talking about, like not quite a jock, just like super friendly, really nice, super into sports. That's the kind of kid that I pictured in here, and I just thought that the really like warm, dark tones really suited him, and then like I popped it up with some like the neutral colors, like the khakis and the tans between like the rug and the bed. I don't know what it was. I love the way that his room turned out. It's really cozy and kind of masculine, but still like very warm and an inviting room. His room was definitely not the craziest. I went crazy with the girls' rooms. I don't know what it is about girls' rooms where I feel like I can just, I don't know, destroy everything and make it and feel like it looks awesome, but that's what happens here. But so I put some of the sporting equipment down in the corner, and I made sure he had a trophy and lots of posters, but now we're starting to work on the youngest niece's room. So she's the youngest of the group. I pictured her to be super girly, but really into space. Like, she wants to be an astronaut, she wants to explore the stars, and her aunt, being the loving and supporting adoptive parent that she is, has like let her go nuts with this. So like the furniture was probably purchased before they moved in, and the aunt, not realizing what kind of personality that they would have, probably bought, you know, pretty basic kids furniture, like, oh, let's get pink and pretty flowers for the girls, and we'll get not pink and pretty flowers for the boys, because who knows these things when you meet people. But now that like she's gotten to know their personalities, she's like, oh, you want space stuff? We're gonna get all the space stuff. And she's like, strings of stars and moons, and the curtains have stars on them, and just bright colors everywhere. I did struggle with rugs in this room so much. Ugh, I probably could have shaved so much time off of this if I had cut out the picking of rugs. But so I put these two, these were from City Living, and I think they're technically chalk, but they're really cute. And I placed two of them next to each other. And you see I've got like a little statue of an astronaut. Oh, I tried to put too much space stuff in here. I had to go back in and take some things out because I was like, this might be a little too much. You're going a little like too crazy, Tina, so calm down. But I did put like twinkle lights everywhere. I wanted her room to feel very special, because I feel like that's how the aunt treats these children now, that they're very special to her and she loves them, and adorable feelsy things. And then I go back into their shared bathroom. They do have like a little Jack and Jill bathroom, and I don't try to be like too crazy or over the top with it, so it's all the basic stuff, you know, towels, laundry, things like that. Nothing crazy. And I couldn't really pick out like a color scheme for this room, so really I just sort of put in the essentials, you know, towels and bottles, and nothing too intense. But in a moment, after we pick out rugs, yes, the oldest niece's room. So excited about this room. Okay, so she's super into gardening. She's super into music. Like, I imagine that she likes to play music to her plants. Like, you know, those scientific studies that show that plants can hear your music, and certain musics will make them grow certain ways. She's into that. This girl is into that. and I really leaned heavily into it. So there's a lot of plants in her room, a lot of things that are plant related in her room, and then there's like music sheets everywhere and a guitar, and of course there's the electric keyboard downstairs. And while this room is so bright and very vibrant, I dig it. I loved the way this room came together. I would die in this room, honestly. Like this rug, I'm pretty sure this rug came with Parenthood, and it might be like a bath mat or something, and I just sized it up to fit the room, but I'd found it earlier when looking for rugs for the kitchen, and I was like, oh my god, I have to use that upstairs, it'll be so cute. And it would perfectly match my house. Like, where do I find this rug? It would look great in my house. And then I just try to put, like, you know, the usual teen details. So there's like headphones, and there's makeup, and, you know, beaded curtains, and I struggled with artwork here on this wall so much. But, you know, I tried to like keep it very varied. Very varied. I try to keep it varied in this room a lot, because I feel like with kids and teenagers, they kind of feel like they know what their style is, but they don't. So there's nothing cohesive about kids' rooms. Like, yes, toys, and then I'm moving into the next stage of my life, so makeup and school stuff. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a teenager, my room was always a mess. There was a million things everywhere, and you could not tell what my personality was by looking at my bedroom at all. But I had a lot of fun in this room, and then I make her bathroom super pink, which we'll get to in like just a second. And I kept going through debug and finding like cool things to place elsewhere in the house. So like just a moment ago you saw putting things on the coffee table, and those are just bottles of glitter and bottles of glue for their arts and crafts time. And here we go into her super pink bathroom, which I love. I was never a pink girl growing up, but I feel like I've become a pink girl. And I don't know what it is. Like, you know, I grew up like super goth, angsty, yeah. And now I'm like, I just want to have fun, and I'm a ball of sunshine. Yay! But once we finish this room, and now we're about to start working on this upstairs TV room. And I try to keep some of the same colors from downstairs, because I feel like the aunt probably still decorated up here, but try to keep it very fun for the kids. So there's the TV, and there's the video game console, and I did put in the chess table there, because obviously if the youngest wants to be an astronaut, she's gonna need the logic skill. Whew. And then I played around with like trying to put some of these, like, what are they called? The school projects in the build, because they're all like space themed, but I couldn't make it work. I tried. I feel like the upstairs hallway doesn't have a lot going on for it, but still, this little corner here is very cute. And I really liked all of like the curtains, and that rug is adorable. I believe that rug also came with Parenthood. Maybe it came with City Living. I don't know. You guys will know. You guys are so smart when it comes to this stuff. And I put in the little art table because I feel like the aunt is like really into trying to press the arts on them. Like, not like forcing them to be artists or anything, but just making sure that they express themselves creatively, because that's who she is as a person. And now we're on this outside deck, and I struggled with the fences so much. Like, I really wanted to have some really cool fencing here, and I had found some that has like that ivy on it you saw just a second ago, and I wanted to make that work. It just wasn't happening. But it's fine. I went with a really tall, like, solid fencing, and I think this looks really cool. And I tried to put some lights. Lights weren't happening. I did just put a Wake the Llama table out here so they can all play games together, because they're a family who loves each other. And there's more plants because the oldest niece, she probably does like all kinds of crazy plants. And then we start working on the outside. I realized that there was like some lights missing from the first time I did all of the lights for some reason, so I went back in and added them in, and this is really kind of the last of it, is just this one little room where I make the painter studio for the aunt. And I put a chair out here so she can sit, and really just has like the things that you think of when I do painter studios, because I do them quite often. So place to dry your canvases and stuff, and paint buckets, you know, a painter studio. But so I feel like I'm like so out of breath. Whew. We're getting close to the screen chats here, so I just want to say, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, I promise I'm going to try to do a lot more now that I don't have class and I'm not dying of stress. You can hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to download this house, it is on the gallery at #TooTallTina, and you know what, I just really want you all to have a wonderful day, like the best day possible. I really hope you enjoyed this house. If you have any suggestions of houses that you would like to see, or if you have any comments on like my terrible editing or how weird my voiceovers are, just let me know. I love getting your feedback. Have a wonderful day. Love you all.